Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Saturday. We've got big college football slate today, guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Working our way to 22.9K subs, so keep up the good work. Check out all my betting links in the description below. All kinds of profit boosts and stuff for today. So check those out, guys, in the description below. And yeah, we'll hop in here. A lot of good games today, starting with Air Force versus Army. Army opening up as a 22-point home favorite with the over-under at 41.5. Air Force coming into this matchup 1-6. Army 7-0. Yeah, great start for Army. I mean, man, played so good this season. Probably best start ever. Air Force, yeah, they're on a 6-game losing streak, coming off a Colorado State loss. Army, this team puts up a lot of points. I mean, 45, 44, 49, 42. They're putting up about 40 plus a game here. Yeah, Air Force, a lot of their games have been single digits. It's been bad offense for Air Force. Army, undefeated. Air Force, 2-5 against Army, 0-5 covering against Army. Army 6-0 at home. Yeah, all the vibes are just right with Army. Air Force really struggles offensively here. Yeah, give me Army minus 22 at money line at home today. Next matchup, we got Duke versus Miami. Miami opening up as a 21-point home favorite with the over-under at 55. Duke coming into this matchup 6-2. Miami 8-0. Duke coming off a 1-point SMU loss, 28-27. Miami still undefeated, coming off a big Florida State win, 36-14. Duke just 4-14 against Miami, 4-8 covering against Miami, and then 2-6 on the road against Miami. Miami's just been unstoppable on offense. The offense has looked amazing. Duke, the offense, it's struggled. I mean, they scored 27, 23, 14, 21. They really hang in the 20s while you got Miami. They're putting up 35, 39, like 35 plus. So, I don't know, man. It's going to be tough. This is a lot of points. We saw Miami just come off a blowout win against Florida State. Yeah, they've had a couple other games have been dominating, but I got to take Miami. I just think it's going to be a dominating game. Give me Miami minus 21 and money line at home today. Next matchup, we've got Minnesota versus Illinois. Minnesota opening up as a 3-point road favorite with the over-under at 46.5. Minnesota coming into this matchup 5-3. Illinois 6-2. Minnesota on a 3-game winning streak, coming off a Maryland win. Yeah, Illinois coming off a bad Oregon loss, 38-9. Just a tough, horrible game from Illinois. Minnesota just 2-5 covering against Illinois, 2-4 straight up against Illinois. So they've struggled against Illinois here. Illinois 5-0 at home, coming off a bad loss. Yeah, dogs at home here. I really think this is getting Illinois at a steal. +3 at home. Maybe it's a trap game. I don't know. But I expect a much better performance from Illinois this game. I'm going to buy a half a point. Give me Illinois +3.5 at home. Next matchup, we got Ohio State versus Penn State. Ohio State opening up as a 3-point road favorite with the over-under at 47.5. Ohio State coming into this matchup 6-1. Penn State 7-0. Ohio State coming off a Nebraska win. Penn State, undefeated so far this season, coming off a big Wisconsin win. Ohio State 7-0 against Penn State, 7-1 on the road against Penn State. I mean, they've been very good against Penn State, although they are just 2-6 covering against Penn State here. Penn State 5-0 at home, where they've been really good this season. I mean, this is going to be a battle. Going to be a great game. I'm liking the points. Penn State underdogs at home. I mean, that's going to be a great game here. I'm buying a half a point. I think we're gonna get a good close one. Give me Penn State +3.5 at home here. Next matchup, we got Ole Miss versus Arkansas. Ole Miss opening up as a 7.5-point road favorite with the over/under at 54. Ole Miss coming into this matchup 6-2. Arkansas 5-3. Ole Miss coming off a Oklahoma win 26-14. The offense has looked bad these last 4 weeks. They've scored 26, 26, 27, 17. Just not good enough because they started the season, they scored 76, 52, 40, 52, and then man, their points have just cut in half the last 4 games. Arkansas coming off a big Mississippi State win 58-25. Ole Miss 1-10 covering against Arkansas, 0-5 covering on the road against Arkansas. And man, it's been bad for them on the road against Arkansas here. I think that's probably the best advantage Arkansas has here is the spread. And yeah, 7.5 at home. The offenses look bad for Ole Miss. Give me Arkansas plus 7.5 at home today. Next matchup, we got Florida versus Georgia. Georgia opening up as a 14.5-point home favorite with the over/under at 52. Florida coming into this matchup 4-3. Georgia 6-1. Florida coming off a big Kentucky win 48-20. Georgia, they're on a 3-game winning streak coming off a big Texas win 30-15. Yeah, Florida 1-6 against Georgia, 2-5 covering against Georgia. I mean, they have not been very good against Georgia here. I like a big bounce, but just a nice kind of a bounce back spot for Georgia to kind of get back on track. I don't really think Florida is a threat or has a chance of winning this game here. Give me the Bulldogs. I'm going to buy a point. Give me the Bulldogs minus 13.5 in money line at home today. Next matchup, we got Indiana versus Michigan State. Indiana opening up as a 7.5-point road favorite with the over/under at 53.5. Indiana coming into this matchup 8-0. Michigan State 4-4. Looks like Indiana getting their quarterback back, Curtis Rourke. He missed last game, which they did look pretty good without him. Indiana coming off a 31-17 win against Washington. I mean, undefeated. What a season Indiana's having. Michigan State 1-4 in their last 5, coming off a Michigan loss. Indiana, they're just 2-8 on the road against Michigan State, 4-16 against Michigan State. They have not been good against Michigan State, but to be fair, Indiana's never been this good ever. Getting their quarterback back today. Yeah, I love the Hoosiers. I'm going to buy a point. Give me Indiana minus 6.5 in money line on the road today. Next matchup, we got Kansas State versus Houston. Kansas State opening up as a 13-point road favorite with the over/under at 46. Kansas State coming into this matchup 7-1. Houston 3-5. Kansas State coming off a close Kansas win 29-27. Houston, they're coming off a Utah win 17-14. Offense has been bad for Houston. I mean, 17-14. They've scored there's been twice this season they've gotten shut out and haven't scored, which is kind of insane. Yeah, I just don't trust Houston here. Kansas State playing great football. Give me Kansas State minus 13 in money line on the road today. Next matchup, we've got Oregon versus Michigan. Oregon opening up as a 14.5-point road favorite with the over/under at 45. Oregon coming into this matchup 8-0. Michigan 5-3. Oregon, undefeated, coming off a dominating Illinois win 38-9. The defense last 2 games, they've only given up 9 points in their last 2. Michigan coming off a Michigan State win, but just not the same Michigan team from last year. Sad, but just is. Oregon 5-0 on the road. They've just been dominant here. I just don't trust the offense for Michigan. The quarterback play has been the worst thing for Michigan all season long. Gonna buy a point. Give me Oregon minus 13.5 in money line on the road today. Next matchup, we got Texas Tech versus Iowa State. Iowa State opening up as a 13.5-point home favorite with the over/under at 56.5. Texas Tech coming into this matchup 5-3. Iowa State 7-0. Texas Tech on a 2-game losing streak, coming off a 1-point TCU loss. Iowa State, they're coming off a 3-point comeback win against UCF. I mean, unbelievable season Iowa State's having right now. Texas Tech just 2-5 against Iowa State, 2-5 covering against Iowa State here. And I'm really loving Iowa State. I mean, man, they've been playing so good. Offense, defense at home. We've seen Texas Tech, some of their losses. You know, they had that bad loss to Baylor where they lost by over 20 plus. They started the season out losing to Washington State by 20 plus. Yeah, I'm really liking Iowa State here, and I'll take the Cyclones minus 13.5 in money line at home today. Next matchup, we got Louisville versus Clemson. Clemson opening up as a 10.5 point home favorite with the over/under at 62. Louisville coming into this matchup 5-3. Clemson 6-1. Louisville coming off a Boston College win 31-27. Clemson, I mean, man, they've just been one of the hottest teams in college football ever since their opening day loss against Georgia. They have looked really good, coming off a 48-31 win against Virginia. Louisville 0-8 against Clemson, 0-6 covering against Clemson here. They have been horrible against Clemson. Clemson 8-0 at home. I'm going to buy a point. I just love Clemson at home. They've been just dominant. Give me Clemson minus 9.5 in money line at home today. Next matchup, we've got Texas A&M versus South Carolina. A&M opening up as a 3-point road favorite with the over/under at 44. A&M coming into this matchup 7-1. South Carolina 4-3. A&M coming off a big LSU win. I mean, man, they're hot. 3, 4, 5, 6. They're on a 7-game winning streak. They lost their first game against Notre Dame, and man, they've looked really sharp after. South Carolina coming off a dominating Oklahoma win 35-9. A&M 9-1 against South Carolina, 4-1 on the road against South Carolina, where they've been really good here. I think you're getting A&M at a big value today. The way they've played, yeah, gonna buy a half a point. Give me A&M minus 2.5 in money line on the road today. Next matchup, we got Kentucky versus Tennessee. Tennessee opening up as a 17.5 point home favorite with the over/under at 45.5. Kentucky coming into this matchup 3-5. Tennessee 6-1. Horrible year for Kentucky. I mean, they have so many people hurt. Quarterback play has been very bad for them. I mean, they're coming off a 24-10 loss against Auburn. Offensively, they're bad, scoring 10, 20, 13. They barely get under 20 a game. Tennessee on a 2-game winning streak, coming off a Bama win 24-17. They're actually coming off their bye week as well. Yeah, Kentucky 1-6 covering against Tennessee, 3-17 straight up against Tennessee, 1-13 on the road against Tennessee. They have been horrible against Tennessee here, and I just don't trust Kentucky. They have had some horrible losses. They look bad. A couple close games from Tennessee the last 2 weeks. I think they get a big win at home today. I'm going to buy a point. Give me Tennessee minus 16.5 in money line at home. And the last matchup, got a great one. We got Pittsburgh versus SMU. SMU opening up as a 7-point home favorite with the over/under at 56. Pittsburgh coming into this matchup 7-0. SMU 7-1. Pitt undefeated. I mean, who would have thought they'd be undefeated here? They're coming off a 41-13 win against Syracuse, a game where they had multiple pick sixes. The defense has looked so sharp for Pittsburgh this season here. SMU, man, what a season they're having, coming off a 1-point Duke win. They're on a 5-game winning streak. Pittsburgh 6-1 covering the spread. I mean, look at the numbers; they're very good. 6-0 on a Saturday, 6-0 covering in Week 10. SMU 11-1 at home. I mean, it's gonna be a battle, but 7 points on the road for Pitt, undefeated. Man, they're coming off a defensive showing last week. It was the most amazing defensive game you'll probably ever see. And I got to take Pitt. A lot of points here. Big test for them. Going to buy a half a point. Give me Pittsburgh plus 7.5 on the road today. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.